We push the limits of what's possible to craft the future of handheld camera stabilization. Introducing DJI RS2, a versatile, powerful platform built to take your shots to the next level. RS2 goes beyond stabilization, giving you complete control right at your fingertips. RS2 is light enough to take anywhere and strong enough to handle any setup with the reimagined carbon fiber construction, allowing you to capture your shots with effortless versatility. We've also added more mounting and expansion options for an endless range of shooting scenarios. Our tightened stabilization algorithm ensures smooth, stable footage. Activate Super Smooth to adjust torque and motor control to eliminate even the smallest vibrations. Traditional setups get a cutting-edge upgrade with our RavenEye wireless transmission system, enabling simplified remote viewing and control. Essential features like Active Track 3.0 are now accessible directly on the full-color touchscreen. Our 3D focus system gives you pinpoint autofocus, even when using manual lenses. Using TOF sensors, this system measures the distance between your camera and the subject, adjusting focus quickly and flawlessly, even in low light. From solo shoots to larger productions, RS2 offers the complete package to get the shots you need. Turn your visual possibilities into cinematic reality with DJI RS2.
In this video, we will show you everything included in DJI RS2 and the DJI RS2 Pro combo. Both the DJI RS2 and the Pro combo come with DJI RS2, which has 3 Type-C ports: the RSS camera control port, the focus motor port, and the image transmission port. The BG30 grip provides up to 12 hours of battery life and can be charged with the USB-C charging cable. The Ronin Quick Release Plate Lower is compatible with the Manfrotto standard. The Ronin Quick Release Plate Upper and the Camera Riser are compatible with the Manfrotto and Arca Swiss standards. Use the lens fastening strap during shooting to enhance stabilization. It is required when you use Super Smooth. The extended grip tripod has 3 legs. When joined, it serves as an extension for more handling versatility. When separated, it is a tripod to stand DJI RS2 upright on a flat surface. You can use DJI RS2 in briefcase mode with the briefcase handle and extended grip tripod attached to it. For communication with specific camera brands, there are also several cables included. These are the Ronin Multi-Camera Control Cable, Sony Multi, Ronin Multi-Camera Control Cable, USB-C, Ronin Multi-Camera Control Cable, Micro USB, and Ronin Multi-Camera Control Cable, Mini USB. There are 3 1/4-inch 20 screws, 1 RSA NATO port cover, and 1 pan-axis sleeve. In addition to these accessories, the DJI RS2 Pro combo also includes 1 DJI RavenEye image transmitter, 3 HDMI cables, 1 USB-C power cable, 1 cold shoe to 1/4-inch 20 adapter for the DJI RavenEye image transmitter, 1 phone holder that attaches to either RSA NATO port on the sides of the handle, 1 focus motor used with the front dial to control focus, iris, and zoom, 1 USB-C power cable to control the focus motor. Also included are 1 focus motor rod, 1 rod mount, 1 focus gear strip, and 4 M4 screws to tighten the rod mount. Attach the extended grip tripod into the BG30 grip and unfold the tripod. Attach the BG30 grip to the gimbal. Toggle the tilt, roll, and pan lock levels to the unlocked position. Unfold the axis arms and toggle the 3 locks to the locked position. Press and hold the power button to power on the gimbal. Enable Bluetooth on your mobile device. Launch the Ronin app and log into your DJI account or sign up for a new one. When a list of Bluetooth devices are detected, select DJI RSC and input the default Bluetooth password 12345678 and activate the gimbal according to the instructions. After activation, select your language on the touchscreen. You can also activate DJI Care Refresh to enjoy express replacement at a small amount of charge and the international warranty service. Press and hold the power button to turn off the gimbal. Lock the 3 axes. Toggle the grip level to the unlocked position. Hold down the safety button and pull the grip away from the gimbal. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. To obtain the best performance from DJI RSC, proper balancing of the 3 axes, tilt, roll, and pan is essential. Improper balance may reduce stability and battery runtime. Severe imbalance can also lead to overheated motors, which may force the gimbal to enter sleep mode for overheating protection. The gimbal is considered balanced when the camera is mounted to DJI RSC and remains steady at any angle it moves along the 3 axes. The order for balancing these axes is balancing the vertical tilt, balancing depth for the tilt axis, balancing the roll axis, balancing the pan axis. Before installing and balancing the camera on the gimbal, remove the lens cap and insert a micro SD card and battery into the camera. Attach the upper quick release plate to the camera. Make sure that the camera lens and the arrow on the bottom of the upper quick release plate are facing the same direction. Then tighten the screw at the bottom of the plate. Unlock the safety lock, insert the lower quick release plate, and then lock the safety lock. Toggle the lever on the lower quick release plate to the unlocked position. Insert the camera and toggle the lever to the locked position after it is engaged. Attach the lens support to the lower quick release plate. Wrap the hook and loop strap around the lens to fix and support it. Unlock the tilt axis and loosen the mounting plate knob. Rotate the tilt axis so that the camera lens is pointing upward to check its center of gravity. If the lens leans forward, it is top-heavy. Loosen the mounting plate knob and move the camera back to a balanced position. If the lens leans backward, it is bottom-heavy. Move the camera forward to a balanced position. Tighten the mounting plate knob. The vertical tilt is balanced when the camera is steady while pointing upward. Rotate the tilt axis so that the camera lens is pointing forward to check its center of gravity. If the lens turns downward, it is front-heavy. Loosen the lever and turn the fine-tune balancing knob to move the camera back to a balanced position. If the lens turns upward, it is back-heavy. Move the camera forward to a balanced position. The tilt axis is balanced when the camera is steady while tilted up or down by 45 degrees. Toggle the lever to the locked position. Unlock the roll axis and toggle the lever to the unlocked position. Hold the roll motor to check the center of gravity. If the camera rotates to the left, move the camera to the right. If the camera rotates to the right, move the camera to the left. The roll axis is balanced when the camera is steady. Toggle the lever to the locked position. If the lever needs more tightening, you can lift and readjust its position to allow for manual retightening. Unlock the pan axis and toggle the lever to the unlocked position. While holding the grip, tilt DJI RSC backward and rotate the arm until it is parallel with you to check its center of gravity. If the camera lens rotates to the left, push the pan axis to the right. If the camera lens rotates to the right, push the pan axis to the left. The pan axis is balanced when the camera is steady when rotating the pan while tilting the grip. Toggle the lever to the locked position. To move the axis arm in smaller increments, adjust the tightness of the roll axis knob to an appropriate amount. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. This video will give detailed information about the buttons built into DJI RS2, as well as how to access the most frequently used shooting modes quickly. Press and hold the power button to power on DJI RS2. The touchscreen will automatically display the homepage, where you can access auto tune, balance status, follow mode, and follow speed. In the top bar of the touchscreen, you can also check user profile, camera connection status, battery level, and other information. Tap the auto-tune icon at the top left to enter auto-tune. Tap to start auto-tune, and the gimbal will adjust its stabilization according to the actual payload, providing better stabilization. Tap the slider to eliminate or disable Super Smooth. It will take effect after you perform auto-tune again, as this determines the gimbal's adjusted stiffness. Super Smooth stiffness can be adjusted on the auto-tune screen. You can refer to the icon at the top right corner to check the balance status. Green indicates the gimbal is well balanced. Orange indicates the gimbal is adequately balanced for use. And red indicates the gimbal is out of balance and requires a rebalance before use. Tap the follow mode icon and scroll up and down the screen to select a follow mode. Tap the follow speed icon and scroll up and down the screen to set the follow speed. Press and hold to power on or off. Press to lock or unlock the touchscreen, or press twice to enter or exit sleep mode. Joystick. Toggle to control the movement of the gimbal. M button. Press to select a user profile. Camera control button. After connecting DJI RS2 to the camera with a multi-camera control cable, press halfway to initiate autofocus. Press once to start or stop recording, and press and hold to take a photo. Trigger. Press once to start active track. Press twice to recenter the gimbal. Press 3 times to turn the gimbal 180 degrees and enter selfie mode. Front dial. The front dial's default function is to control camera focus. It can also be used to control focus motor, ISO, aperture, or the roll axis. Auto tune. Press and hold the M button and trigger to initiate auto tune. Lock mode. Press and hold the trigger to enter lock mode. In this mode, the camera will keep facing the same direction no matter how the handle moves. Lock mode is useful for shots that involve tracking or pan follow. Sport mode. Press and hold the M button to enable sport mode, in which the gimbal tracks a quickly moving subject. If you need to remain in sport mode, press the trigger twice while holding the M button. Perform the same action to exit sport mode. Portrait mode. Press the M button twice or set the follow mode on the touchscreen to portrait mode. The pan and tilt axes will rotate 90 degrees so that the camera is vertical. Press the M button twice to exit portrait mode. 3D Roll 360. Press the M button 3 times to enable 3D Roll 360 or set the follow mode on the touchscreen to 3D Roll 360. Where the tilt axis will rotate 90 degrees upward and stand by for a 360 degree rotation. At this moment, the camera is facing the same direction as the grid. Push the joystick to the left or right, and the camera will make a 360 degree rotation. Push the joystick to the left or right twice, and the camera will keep rotating at a constant speed. Press the trigger twice, and the gimbal will automatically stop once it is in a horizontal direction. Press the trigger 3 times, and the gimbal will automatically stop once the camera view is inverted. Repeat to exit 3D Roll 360. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. With ActiveTrack 3.0, DJI RS2 makes it even easier to track a subject, offering more possibilities for creation. Before using ActiveTrack with DJI RS2, please ensure the DJI Ronin Raven Eye image transmission system is installed, a camera control cable is connected, the gimbal is properly balanced, and the camera and transmission system are powered on. After DJI RS2 is powered on, swipe down the touchscreen to enter camera view. To track a person or object, press the trigger once while the subject is in the center of the frame, and DJI RS2 will automatically begin tracking. During tracking, a slider will appear down on the screen, which can be used to adjust the speed of ActiveTrack. Please note that at higher tracking speeds, the gimbal is more responsive and footage is less smooth. At lower tracking speeds, the gimbal is less responsive and footage is smoother. You can also use ActiveTrack with the Ronin app. Enter the camera view in the app, drag a box around the subject, and start tracking. ActiveTrack speed can be adjusted at the bottom left corner of the screen. During tracking, you can also move the joystick to adjust your subject's position in the frame. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. DJI RS2 sets a new standard of camera gimbal technology with the Titan stabilization algorithm. When enabled, Super Smooth stabilizes footage in more challenging scenarios, even when using 100mm zoom lenses. This video will explain how to use Super Smooth with DJI RS2. Before you start, please install the DJI R lens fastening strap on the lower quick release plate to secure the lens, and ensure the gimbal is properly balanced. Go to the home screen of the touchscreen and tap the Auto Tune icon. Enable Super Smooth on the screen. Tap to start Auto Tune. When Auto Tune is complete, you can use Super Smooth with DJI RS2 for optimal stabilization. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. Before updating DJI RS2, make sure the battery level is above 20%. Assemble and balance RS2. To learn how to balance the device, please watch Balancing Your RS2. Press and hold the gimbal power button to turn on the gimbal. Launch the Ronin app and select Connect to Ronin. Select RS2 in the list. If a new firmware version is released, a pop-up window in the Ronin app will appear, asking whether you want to update. Tap Update Now to start the firmware update. Do not turn off the device or exit the app during the update. After the update has been completed, there will be a pop-up window alerting you that the update has been successful. Tap Exit, and you can begin using the device with the latest firmware. If the update fails, restart the device and the Ronin app, and try again. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. In this video, you will learn how to access the functions embedded in DJI RS2's home touchscreen, including auto tune, balance status, follow mode, and follow speed. On the top bar of the touchscreen, you can directly view information such as the current battery level and user profile. Tap the top left icon on the touchscreen to enter auto tune. To start auto tune, tap Start, and the gimbal will automatically adjust its motor to a proper torque according to the actual payload weight, ensuring optimal stabilization. To enable Super Smooth, tap the icon on the touchscreen, read the notes carefully, and then tap to start auto tune. The motor stiffness adjustment allows you to fine-tune the power that is applied by the motors as they react and balance the weight on each axis. Tap to enter Balance Status screen. Here, you can check the gimbal's balance status. When the gimbal is tilted by 15 degrees and the stiffness bar on each axis is green, it means the gimbal is optimally balanced. If it is yellow or red, it means the gimbal is not properly balanced. To obtain optimal stabilization and operation time, please perform gimbal balancing to the corresponding axes. Tap to enter Follow Mode screen. Swipe up and down on the screen to select a follow mode. The currently selected mode will be in yellow. You can also select Custom Mode and set the follow mode according to actual shooting needs. Tap to enter Follow Speed screen. On this screen, you can choose from 3 follow speeds: fast, medium, and slow. The default follow speed is medium. To satisfy every shooting need, Custom Mode is also available for follow speed settings. Slide right from the left edge of the screen to enter the Create screen. Time-lapse. In time-lapse, set the interval, duration, and frame rate for time-lapse. You can also add waypoints. Tap to start recording a time-lapse video. Motion lapse. Tap plus to set up to 10 waypoints, and tap each waypoint to adjust movement duration and stay time during the motion lapse. Panorama. For quick access to panorama mode, DJI RS2 offers 2 panorama modes, 3x3 and 180 degrees, which are ready to use without additional settings. When creating a custom panorama, you are allowed to set the sensor type, lens focal length, overlap, and interval according to the actual camera and lens type. After settings are done, DJI RS2 will automatically calculate shooting range and amount of still photos needed to create a panorama. Tap to start shooting panorama. Time tunnel. Tap to set the interval, duration, and frame rate, and DJI RS2 will automatically calculate the number of photos and the final length of the time tunnel video. Tap Next to set the starting angle and the number of rotations. When setting is done, tap Start to begin shooting. Slide left from the right edge of the screen to enter the System Settings screen. Enable or disable the silent mode to turn off or turn on system sounds, including the warning tone. Enable Push Mode to manually control the tilt and pan axis, where you can directly adjust the gimbal and camera to an optimal position for quick composition. Select Disable Selfie to prevent accidental access to selfie mode. More settings. Tap to perform horizontal calibration if the picture is not level, even when it is standing still. If the issue persists after horizontal calibration, use Tune manually. Whenever you find the gimbal lacks stiffness, shakes, or drifts, tap Gimbal Auto Check, and DJI RS2 will analyze its hardware status and output the status information afterward. Tap Restore Parameters to restore one or more gimbal parameters. and Bluetooth password to default settings. Tap Language to choose the on-screen language. The default language is English. Tap Device Info to check the current firmware version and more information on the gimbal. Slide up from the bottom of the screen to enter the joystick and front dial settings screen. Joystick speed allows users to control the speed of the joystick between high, medium, and low. In custom mode, you can set the gimbal speed to an exact value. Joystick Smooth allows users to control the smoothness of the gimbal between fast, medium, and slow. In custom mode, you can set the smoothness to an exact value. Dial Functions allows users to set the function of the front dial. The default function is to control focus. If you have already installed the focus motor, it is also available for control via the front dial. Dial Speed allows users to set the response speed of the function set for the front dial. After mounting the DJI Ronin Raven Eye image transmission system and connecting it with an HDMI and USB Type-C cable, slide down the screen to enter the image transmission screen. Aim the box in the middle of the camera view at the subject and press the trigger once to start tracking. Follow mode and follow speed can be adjusted at the bottom of the screen. When using Active Track, remember to adjust the follow speed according to the actual focal length of the lens. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. The Raven Eye image transmission system allows you to remotely receive the camera live view, control the gimbal, and use Active Track. In this video, we will talk about how to set up and use the Raven Eye image transmission system. Mount the Raven Eye image transmitter to the cold shoe interface on top of the camera, and choose the HDMI cable according to the HDMI port of your camera to connect Raven Eye with the camera. To use the Raven Eye image transmission system with the gimbal, mount your camera to the gimbal, and mount the Raven Eye image transmitter to the cold shoe port of the camera mounting plate. During setup, the antennas of Raven Eye should point away from the tilt motor. Choose the HDMI cable according to the HDMI port of your camera to connect the Raven Eye image transmitter to the camera. Use the camera control cable to connect the gimbal with the camera, and balance the gimbal. Press and hold the power button on the Raven Eye image transmitter to power on. To connect the Raven Eye image transmission system, launch the Ronin app. Tap the image transmission icon at the bottom of the settings page. In Wi-Fi settings, select the Wi-Fi of the Raven Eye image transmitter and enter the initial password on its side label. After a successful connection, go back to the main page of the Ronin app. Raven Eye's Wi-Fi name will replace the image transmission button. Tap to enter the image transmission interface. To reset the password, press the power button on the Raven Eye image transmitter 6 times while it is on. The battery level indicator will blink 3 times to indicate that the password has been reset to 12345678. After resetting the password, as you connect to the Raven Eye image transmitter, change the password. Find the Raven Eye image transmitter's Wi-Fi on your mobile device and enter the new password. In the image transmission interface of the Ronin app, you have access to the following. Active Track. You can frame the subject you want to track and select the following speed at the bottom of the interface. Recenter the gimbal. Tap to recenter the gimbal. Gimbal controls. You can enable force mobile or virtual joystick to control the gimbal. Overexposure indicator to indicate whether the subject is overexposed. The overexposed part is marked with black and white stripes. False color. To assist exposure adjustment, marking underexposure in blue and overexposure in red. Focus peak. The edge of the focus area displays red. You can set the threshold for focus peak. The higher the value, the larger the focus area. LUT. You can download your own LUT files to the root directory of Ronin User LUT to load filters in real time. Single color display. You can choose the image transmission view in red, green, blue, and gray. Camera parameter settings. You can adjust aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Image transmission settings. You can set the auxiliary line, aspect ratio, and center mark. You can also change the name and password of the RavenEye image transmitter in Wi-Fi settings, and set frequency band and channel. Switch between photo, video. Tap to change the function of the camera control cable. Tap to start taking photos and videos, and the view will be cached to the mobile device. Video playback. You can play videos shot by the RavenEye image transmission system. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. The DJI Ronin Twist Grip Dual Handle provides added efficiency and convenience while shooting. This video will explain the setup process and functions of the DJI Ronin Twist Grip Dual Handle. Take out the left extension arm with the DJI logo facing upward. Loosen the knob. Install it on the RSA NATO port on the left, and tighten the knob. Take out the right extension arm with the DJI logo facing upward. Loosen the knob. Install it on the RSA NATO port on the right, and tighten the knob. Take out the handle grip, loosen the knob, and slide the grip to the desired distance. Repeat for the other side, and then tighten both knobs. The DJI Ronin Twist Grip Dual Handle is now properly set up. To show at low angles, loosen the knob marked 1 on the rotating shaft and rotate until 2 appears and aligns with the arrow. Then tighten the knob to finish the adjustment. The DJI Ronin Twist Grip Dual Handle can also work with the Ronin tethered control handle to switch modes, record video, control the camera, and adjust parameters as you hold the gimbal with both hands. We will now show you how to mount the handle. Attach the expansion port of the Ronin tethered control handle to the RSA NATO port on the right side of the gimbal, and tighten the knob. Attach the right extension arm and tighten the knob. Mount the Ronin tethered control handle and tighten the knob. Finally, use the cable to connect the DC in port on top of the handle with the DC out port on the expansion port. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support, the DJI Ronin Expansion Base Kit makes it possible to mount and control DJI RS2 on a jib, car, slider, cable cam, and other platforms. In this video, you will learn how to install and use the DJI Ronin Expansion Base Kit. Detach the battery grip of DJI RS2. Fix the universal base mount onto the desired expansion platform. Connect it with DJI RS2. And tighten the grip lever safety button. Connect the external battery adapter with the top interface of the battery grip and tighten the lock. Once this is complete, connect the expansion port to DJI RS2 via the RSA NATO port on the right side of the gimbal and tighten the lock. Lastly, use the cables in the box to connect the universal base mount with the external battery adapter and the tethered control handle with the expansion port to complete installation. Power on the gimbal. Press the sleep button on the right side of the right extension arm, and you can remotely control the gimbal's sleep mode, recording, movement, and focus. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. The Ronin 3D focus system can be installed onto the camera or camera cage to assist manual lens focus. There is an infrared distance sensor in the front of the system, a status indicator and AF/MF switch button on the top, 2 USB-C ports, and a mounting base on the side. Remove the 1/4-inch 20-thread to cold shoe adapter. Install the 3D focus system on the cold shoe of the camera and rotate the lock wheel to fix it firmly. Use 2 USB-C cables to connect the 3D focus system to the USB-C port and focus motor of the gimbal. The 3D focus system must be calibrated before using for the first time. You can save up to 3 sets of calibration data and change between different focal lengths on one single lens. To calibrate, swipe up on the touchscreen, tap Dial Functions and Focus Motor. Swipe left, and swipe up to select 3D focus system settings. Tap Lens Calibration. Perform focus motor calibration by following the prompts and select the focal length. Focus the 3D focus system on a subject in the center of the view approximately 1 meter away and wait until the process bar is completely green. Adjust the front dial until the subject is in focus and tap Confirm. Focus the 3D focus system on a subject in the center of the view approximately 4 meters away. Repeat the previous step and tap Confirm to complete the calibration. To change between AF and MF, tap the AF/MF switch button once, or switch using the touchscreen. When the status indicator turns solid green, the 3D focus system is ready to be used. The next time you use the gimbal, you can select the calibrated lens by its number and recalibrate the focus motor to begin operating. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. The DJI Ronin focus motor can control focus, iris, and zoom. It can be used with the front dial and the DJI R focus wheel on DJI RS2 and with the front dial on DJI RS2. In this video, we will show you how to install and use the DJI Ronin focus motor on DJI RS2. Installation. Attach the 12mm rod to the rod mount and tighten the screw. Insert 2 M4 screws into the 2 tapped holes on the far end of the rod mount. Attach the camera riser to the rod mount and tighten the screws. If you are using a long lens, you can connect the rod mount to the side of the lower quick-release plate. Attach the camera riser with the rod mount to the bottom of the camera and tighten the bottom screw. Mount the camera to the quick release plate and toggle the lever to the locked position. Attach the provided gear strip to the focus ring of the lens. Attach the focus motor to the rod. Press and rotate to move in. When the focus motor gear and the gear strip are secured in place, tighten the knob. Use the multi-camera control cable to connect the focus motor to the DJI RS2 focus motor port. Balance the camera, and setup is complete. Usage: power on DJI RS2 and swipe up on the touchscreen. Find dial functions and select focus motor. Then you can use the front dial to control the focus motor to focus or zoom. You can also connect the Ronin app, enter Create, select Focus, and then use the Ronin app to control focus and zoom. Installation of the dual focus motor. DJI RS2 can also use the DJI R focus wheel to achieve dual focus. First, attach the provided gear strip to the focus ring of the lens. Mount the second focus motor to the rod. When the focus motor gear and the gear strip are secured in place, tighten the knob. Use the multi-camera control cable to connect the focus motor to a DJI RS2 image transmission focus motor port, and attach the focus wheel to the RSA NATO port on the side of the handle. Balance the camera, and setup of the dual focus system is complete. Usage: power on DJI RS2 and sweep up on the touchscreen. Find dial functions and select focus motor. You can then use the front dial to control the focus motor connected to the third USB-C port. The focus wheel controls the focus motor linked to the second USB-C port. Press the focus multifunction button twice to calibrate the focus motor. When the focus motor status indicator stays solid green, it means calibration is complete. You can then use the focus motor. Press the focus multifunction button once to switch the direction of the focus motor. If you need to set the range of the focus motor, first rotate the motor to the desired point A, and press the focus wheel multifunction button to confirm. Then repeat this step to confirm point B. Now the focus wheel can only control the lens to move within the range of A to B. Press the focus wheel multifunction button again to delete points A and B. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching. Before using any cable-controlled functions, use the multi-camera control cable to connect the gimbal to the camera. For use with Panasonic cameras, after connecting, choose PC tether mode on the screen. The built-in focus mode toggle on the camera should be set to MF. To trigger the camera's autofocus, press the camera control button and ensure the camera's focus mode toggle is set to AFS, AFF, or AFC. For use with Nikon cameras, enable camera live view and set the lens focus mode to A. Then ensure the camera's built-in focus mode is set to either AFS or AFC. For use with Canon cameras, due to this specific camera system, switch to photo mode to take photos and video mode to record videos. To pull focus with the gimbal, you need to set the lens to AF mode and turn off AF servo. For use with Sony cameras, if the compatible lens does not support power zoom, you need to enable digital zoom manually to control zoom with the gimbal. Turn on the camera, go to the menu, Settings, Zoom, and select Digital Zoom to ensure the camera can be identified by the gimbal. After connecting with the Sony camera, first power on the gimbal, then power on the camera. For use with Sony cameras, set the camera focus mode to MF. turn off the smartphone control function in the camera. Go to Menu, Smartphone Control, and select Turn Off. Set the camera's USB connection mode to PC Remote Control. Go to Menu, Settings, USB Connection, and select PC Remote Control. To pull focus with the gimbal, set the lens focus mode to AF. For use with Fujifilm cameras. To enable USB tether shooting auto, go to the connection settings, PC connection mode, and select USB tether shooting auto. Hit the like button if this tutorial was helpful. If you need any support with your DJI gear, feel free to contact us via Facebook Messenger by following the link in the description. Thank you for watching.